This is Catherine from KTG Outdoors, sharing with you a trip we took last week to Cle Elum, Washington. Went to Suncadia and went around to some different places. Made a few videos, but really what describes the trip is me talking about it and some of the still images that I took during the trip, 3-4 days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the images and talk to you a little bit about how to get out there and how much fun it was and what was going on with certain images. So let's roll the clips and we will see how that goes. As you can see, my smiling face. Easton Ponds, fished there on the way to Suncadia, and as you can see in the next image, caught my first little rainbow trout with a Castmaster, which I immediately hurled into the trees. This is Suncadia from down below, and this is a view out the room in the morning when it is so beautiful and quiet, and the mist covers the valley. Yeah, shadow selfies, always a fun thing to do. And this is what you'll see when you go down to Waterfront Park. Just a big old lot and sitting right there on the Cle Elum River. And there's a lot of places to go that are flat, don't have to spend a lot of effort hiking. And you can see we had Mr. Pushy catching on the trees and hanging out and wandering out through the woods. This is a face when I made it out to where I was going, and then I was looking to set up my rod and found out that my legacy rod, my G Loomis, half of it in my blazing trail, as you can see, we're blazing through the woods. Yeah, half of it stayed in the woods, and I kept the end with the reel on it, so things are okay. And this was on the way back on the first day, really quiet spot. That's a beehive. Yeah, the bees didn't care, neither did I. And as always, no matter where you are, lock up your box. Cle Elum River on a sunny day. And I got tired of waiting and actually just decided to walk across the water and got soaking wet. These are the steps down at Suncadia. They say there's 1,000. Yeah, there's a lot more than that. And you can see the lures. And yeah, in the afternoon, the lures take on a very striking look. And these little spinners were a good time. This was the next day at Lavender Lake. Amazingly, it's also right next to the freeway. It's a little bit back towards Seattle from Cle Elum. Absolutely stunningly clear day. And we have an image coming up where it's actually a picture of a float. You can see the little tiny float out there on the water. That's the reflection on the lake. Absolutely perfect weather. And then, of course, there's your hostess, Catherine, or your host, depending on how you want to say it, having a great time out at the lake and really happy. Clouds, tried to rain one day, didn't really make it. Not so much rain over on the other side as there is on this side. So that's what this looks like. Just having a good time and out there fishing. Really, it's something you can totally do on your own. And these are some ducks floating down the river. They float backwards because they paddle their little feet and do all that. So as you can see, the trip is over and we're done talking about it. So let me encourage you to go ahead and get out. And this is Catherine from KTG Outdoors. Got some special stuff to share with you later on, I think next week, because we got our first pair of waders and wading boots, because I don't want to get my feet wet again. My boots aren't really made for it. So take care. I'll see you in the great outdoors.